So the first person signed up to speak is Jonathan Wainscott with another presentation.
That's right. So now we're going to jump back to 1883. It's a birthday for Asheville in a way, because 1883 was the year that Asheville was incorporated as a city, and it's 2023. So happy 140th birthday to the City of Asheville. And the date is so important, it's on the adornment above our entryway to this fabulous, beautiful building. It's right there. I'm looking right at it. It's right in front of you guys. All right, so the highlights of 1883, as many people know, the town of Asheville gets all grown up and incorporates as a city. Asheville celebrates its big city status with the arrival of the railroad. The lesser known and lesser celebrated fact is this was the arrival of Locke Craig, who was a vowed white supremacist and was a city attorney over there. And no, not at all. And a couple of years ago, we just learned that Newton Shepherd was actually the first elected official here in Asheville and sat on the board of aldermen. It was reported that he only served 1 year, was elected in 1882. And I was looking at the year 1887 because I thought that that might be where we started our ward system. I went down to the vaults, if I may, and Maggie was kind enough to let me in, and this is one of the fancy books that's down there, and this is the fancy book that has the accomplishments of 1883. You know, you could kind of consider the mayor and the commissioners of that time as to be our founding fathers. And as I was flipping through the book, I actually found that Newton Shepherd was not, in fact, elected in 1882. He was elected in 1881, and he didn't just serve for one term. That's his 1882 minutes for the swearing in, and also in 1883. So he served 3 times. Newton Shepherd's first and only African-American commissioner on the board of aldermen, believe it or not, was first elected in 1881 when A.T. Summey won his 4th consecutive term as a mayor. And in 1882, Newton Shepherd was reelected and joined on the board by newly elected Mayor V.S. Lusk. And then in 1883, managed the three-peat and served eventually with 2 mayors and 8 fellow commissioners during his years of service. On his 3rd meeting, in his 3rd term of office, this is what the minutes said, on a motion it was ordered that the police force for the ensuing year shall consist of 1 marshal, who shall be ex officio tax collector, 1 chief of police, and 2 policemen, one of whom may be a colored man. The following named officers were then duly elected by ballot. A.H. Baird was elected as marshal. H.S. Harkins elected chief of police with a salary of $500 per annum in fees. John A. Brookshire and Henry Saxton elected policemen with salaries of $450 each per annum and fees. So this shows that both the officers, black and white, were paid equally at this time. This all happened in 1883, that year that's emblazoned on our building and that seal in front of you. And it kind of, I think, definitively marks the high water mark of black political achievement in the 19th century. It's a little bit bittersweet to bring this to your attention. I'm glad that we can celebrate 3 years of Newton Shepherd's service rather than 1. But if this was the high water mark, then what happened after that? And 50 years later, in the early 30s, there's an exodus of the black population here. So why that happened can be found in those 50 years, and I look forward to telling you more about that. Over the years, I was all prepared to talk about the Reed-Howell Act of 1931. Don't worry, again, it's on its way. And thank you so much, Maggie, for letting us take a look at that this evening, and I'll see you guys next time.
Good work on the timing. Okay.